GameStop just got upgraded to a buy, but it was always a buy. Take a look at the institutional ownership, not only which has been on the rise, which we have been talking about, but Citadel also purchasing shares of GameStop as well. Citadel Advisors bought an extra 1.258 million shares on their latest filing, bringing their total to almost 4 million GameStop shares, which of course they have also added options. Now we're going to get into that in 1 second, but if we take a look at the 13F filings, we see February 14th, Royal Bank of Canada, Morgan Stanley, Jane Street. The list goes on, Susquehanna down here. All of these institutions loading the boat on their GameStop positions. There are so many 13F filings for February 14th that just got dropped, and you can see Citadel Advisors right here, Citadel Advisors again, Citadel Advisors again, Bank of America. All of these are for February 14th, February 13th, so on and so on, the 12th, the 11th, the 10th. So many GameStop buyers, and you're seeing institutional ownership at the highest it has ever been. So do they know something that we don't? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Make sure to watch the video all the way until the end of the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on, and drop a comment down below what number like you are. Now, I also want to note a lot of people come to my channel who don't subscribe, which is insane because we could have been at 50,000 subscribers a while back and we expose a lot of the corruption here in the stock market. So it is just making zero sense for the people who don't subscribe. It's like they want a rigged market and they don't want to expose the corruption. This is GameStop on the weekly logarithmic scale. And the first thing that I want to point out and state is that the chart is just looking more beautiful every single week. There's nothing to say that is bad about this chart. The floor has raised. We are getting momentum back into the stock. We have a beautiful cup and handle pattern. We have long-term consolidation. The company is sitting on record cash, so fundamental wise, there is no reason it shouldn't be past its peak above $87, and we're going to talk about it. First of all, we got this gap up that we almost perfectly called out. We were 1 day early. What is to come next? Based on what GameStop has recently done, here's exactly what is to come next, and here are the levels that I have for you. First of all, we could see, I'm going to warn you right now, 2 days of flat trading. Okay, based on historical moves, historical cycles, 2 days of flat trading. This doesn't have to happen. Again, markets are closed tomorrow on Monday, but they do reopen on Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday could be flat. But by the time Thursday and Friday come, I expect moves for GameStop this week. I'm not expecting a completely flat week. I'm expecting gap ups to 34.50. Mark this on your calendar, 34.50 this week. That is what I assume will happen, at least for GameStop. Now, if we go beyond that, put $41, mark it on your chart because that is the next level. If we end up gapping higher, however, I do see this more so likely coming on the squeeze week. And honestly, GameStop squeeze this time around can actually last more than a week, probably 1 to 2 to 3 weeks long. Expect potential for this week, $55. But again, this is the far price target for the week ahead, 55. And at that point, if we don't see 55 this week, we may see 55 to 87 come next week. Okay, so put these levels on your chart. Now, GameStop, you might have seen in the first picture, I had some things drawn out. If we had the same sort of move as last time from where we built the floor out on GameStop, then this stock should theoretically reach a peak of $1,900 a share. Okay, that would be about an 18,000% gain. Now, is this too far out of the woods? I would say no, okay? That doesn't make GameStop's market cap too high necessarily that it is undoable, right? And I want to point out a couple of things. This was just posted on Reddit. Either the day after or 2 days after Ryan Cohen moved his shares last week, my balance in my Roth showed over $390,000. Guys, take a look at this screenshot. This is a wick of somebody's Roth IRA that is valued at $5,000 holding GameStop shares, jumping to $390,000. Now, given this could potentially be a glitch, right? But it was from 4:05 a.m. until 8:30 a.m. Then it went back to normal. So how long of a glitch? That is insane, first of all. That's the first thing I'm going to state. He then goes on to say, conveniently, the day after Ryan Cohen moved his shares and they had to locate all of them. Is that the question? Is that the case? Right? Potentially. We saw GameStop's price alert on several platforms trigger at $40,000 a share. It triggered rising above 75, 150, 600, and $40,000 a share. How disgusting would that be if we got to that actual price target, right? If I brought this up to 40K, you're looking at a 389, almost 400,000% increase. Now, given these could just be glitches, or they could actually expose what is actually going to be behind the scenes the real price of GameStop, and we will be talking about that in 1 minute. But since we're on the topic of glitches, take a look at Power Nickel. Now, this is traded on other exchanges, but if you want to see it on the US exchange, it is an over-the-counter stock, an OTC play, which are heavily unregulated. However, the CEO of this company has been talking about naked short selling and trying to expose what is going on. Then we see the stock, take a look at this wick on the daily time frame, come up to $41 a share, and it's a $1 stock. Okay, this is a 3,600% increase. Why aren't we seeing these wicks and these price alerts on Apple? Why are we seeing them on stocks that are illegally shorted and manipulated and have a fake short interest, right? Now, piggybacking off of that, if there were a bunch of coincidences regarding something like 9 million shares moving on January 9th, 2025 and settling on February 13th, I wonder if there'll be any coincidences regarding almost 37 million shares being moved on 127 and settling around March 3rd of 2025. This brings up a very good point. What does he mean by this? Well, we had the settling coming in, leading right into this gap higher, okay, of Ryan Cohen shares. We then had these shares moved around again, which would settle around March 3rd, which would be Monday. Okay, a Monday. That will be an interesting week. And again, I said we are right in this melt up. So we have this week coming into February 21st. Then we have next week coming into February 28th on Friday. And then the week after starting March 3rd. Okay, we have plenty of reasons why we're going to see gap ups. We also saw CNBC come out and they dropped that article on the Bitcoin rumor news. And again, that's just because they want to front run and give reasons for the gaps higher, right? We expected the gap up, and Ryan Cohen already posted several days earlier of the picture with MicroStrategy, right? They could have posted it then, but they said, well, we got to post this last minute, right? Because the share price is about to gap up. Now, if we take a look at AMC very briefly, we're going to be right back on GameStop, and you really want to pay attention because I'm going to give you another short squeeze play, and I'm going to tell you what Citadel just did. So first of all, you take a look at AMC. It has been tracking perfectly, nearing this bottom right here, logarithmic scale, weekly time frame. It looks great. Okay, now let's take a closer look at what we are expecting and move this out of the way. First of all, just like GameStop, we're taking a look at previous cycles. And again, if you haven't liked the video, like the video. It's free. Based on that, AMC is likely to have, again, this doesn't have to play out to a T, 2 down days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, that would lead us down to 325. This is the price target for a little bit of a decline. Okay, we're only trading at 355, so that would be sort of flat days, sort of a decline. And then towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, I'm expecting a minimum of $3.90. Okay, mark that level on your chart. And then by Friday, between 490 and 510. Now, this doesn't have to happen. This could start Monday, but I believe after this week, coming into the next week, right, and then the early week of March 3rd, you're going to be right here, okay, where the true gap ups start happening, where AMC starts to actually have a move and have a squeeze. So we got the 23% move higher. Now you're looking for, in my opinion, this curl down, and then you're looking for similar percentage gains or bigger, right, to the upside, which would end the week. And then the week after and the week after that, you see major moves higher. Okay. Now, take a look at this. Thomas, the founder of Interactive Brokers, admitted in 2021 in the Bloomberg interview that GameStop was dangerously overshorted by institutions and that the situation could lead to systematic market collapse. He talked about how more shares were sold short than actually existed, meaning institutions did engage in naked short selling, which is a highly illegal, dangerous practice. And that's why they had to set positions to PCO, which was position close only, and that this could have been leading to a domino effect if they did not mark it as position close only. Okay, why this matters now is because GameStop could still be heavily shorted and the SEC isn't doing anything about it, in which case we do know that GameStop is heavily shorted. What this could mean and what Ryan Cohen could do going forward is a big step and thing that we have to pay attention to. If Ryan Cohen does something major like a share recall, NFT dividend, or Bitcoin treasury move, it could force real pressure on shorts. Now I want to talk about something. A lot of people, and you know, there's this separate community alongside AMC and GameStop who love Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY. Well, Ryan Cohen did show some interest in Bye Bye Baby, they call it, right? But everyone is sleeping on GameStop open sales market agreement with Jeffries. Let's say Ryan Cohen, court document, interested party, and GameStop acquire Bye Bye Baby out of bankruptcy and use an exemption SEC 1145 to list it on the blockchain. Issue GameStop holders digital rights as a dividend warrant, etc. Right? This leads to Ryan Cohen could potentially do something regarding a NFT dividend or crypto move or something along the lines of that. But we carry on. And if you had, this is for the people who don't actually know. Bed Bath & Beyond filed for bankruptcy in 2023, and its assets were acquired by Overstock, which also had one of the most largest short squeezes in history alongside Volkswagen, which rebranded as Beyond. Okay, the original BBBYQ stock was delisted and is no longer tradable on major exchanges. Now, I want to put this one on your radar just as pure speculation. Okay, we've talked about it before, BYON, but maybe, just maybe something happens or there's some sort of rumor. Okay, this has earnings Monday, February 24th. It also has a 20% short interest. It has also been climbing and getting a V-shaped recovery, just filling a gap around $9.30. This is a potential squeeze play to put on your radar. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, let me just clear the air real quick. Section 1145 of the Bankruptcy Code allows securities to be issued without SEC registration in certain bankruptcy restructuring cases. The exemption allows a company to issue new securities like equity or digital tokens to creditors or shareholders of the acquiring company. If GameStop holders receive digital rights or warrants as a dividend, it would be done legally and without needing traditional SEC approval. So there's no SEC interference. Digital securities would be issued on the blockchain, making them fully transparent, and this could force brokers and market makers to deliver real shares, eliminating naked shorting. So this isn't about BYON or Bye Bye Baby. It's about GameStop. Again, it's about GameStop. So you don't have to buy BYON. You don't have to care about Bed Bath & Beyond. You don't have to pay attention to what's happening. As long as you're in GameStop, this is what you need to pay attention to. And you can go on and talk back and forth with ChatGPT AI, and we're going to talk a little bit about that towards the end of the video, which we are probably getting close to, but this could force a short squeeze, right? GameStop's blockchain marketplace is already launched. The hirings from Loopring and Immutable X suggest that Web3 is in development. Court documents confirming Ryan Cohen's interest in Bye Bye Baby shows he's still circling. And the past Overstock short squeeze example, he might be following the same playbook, okay? Which case Wall Street would not be ready for what's coming. Now, banks also may have a liquidity problem, which we've been talking about. 2.1 trillion in February 2023 to 58.7 billion today. The reverse repo numbers in mid-February 2023 to 2025, we have 2.1 trillion, then 581.5 billion in 2024, then 58 billion today. Well, the other day, right? Basically February of 2025. There is liquidity issues and we are just confirming it day after day. Now, growing momentum to audit U.S. gold reserves at Fort Knox, as Elon Musk asked, surely it's audited every year. Fort Knox gold reserves have not been audited in 50 years, and they are potentially about to be audited and be exposed by Elon and Trump. On top of that, speaking of liquidity issues, U.S. credit card debt reaches new all-time high of $1.21 trillion. Jobless claims in Washington, D.C. are up 55% over the last 6 weeks, above 2008 levels, and it barely makes a dent in this chart. A lot of people are pointing out the major issues in the overall market. It's not 2008. It's not the 2000 bubble. It is both combined and more. And we could see some interesting moves in the market very, very soon. On top of that, President Trump's administration expected to hire 15,000 IRS employees next week. Elon Musk says Grok 3 chatbot will be released on Monday, stating that it will be the smartest AI on Earth on Monday. And this will be released at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I wanted to add this in the video because it is important. Wait for Elon and Doge to get to the SEC and FINRA and start cleaning out house over there. On top of that, we have altcoin Gordon posting absolutely huge week for crypto incoming. He said he just spoke with his friend who's a higher up at BlackRock. He said expect the unexpected. And on top of that, someone in the know with President Trump says some important announcements on digital assets are also coming soon. Last but not least, Citadel just took a huge short position in GSK, which is this stock right here. Their position is $384.5 million worth. What's the plan here? Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Don't forget to join the Discord server in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend. We have an extra long weekend with tomorrow off from the market. So you are going to want to be in the Discord so we can talk stocks and crypto in there before the week starts and get you prepped for what is to come. I also post my trades in there as soon as I take them. We talk stocks and crypto. We have option sweep alerts in there, insider trade alerts, dark pool alerts, market news, analyst grades, high success trade flow, ton of other benefits. Also, if you want up to 30 free stocks, use the second link in the description, open a Moomoo account, it's a free broker, and make a deposit into your account, and from there you will start earning free stocks as well as 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, access to level 2 order book data for free, trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader, guys. So again, press those top 2 links in the description of the video, get in the Discord, get your free stocks before the weekend is over, and if you've already done it, send it to your family member, and send that Discord link in the top of the description to your friends and tell them to get in there and level themselves up for the year. That is it, guys. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.